It's a lot. It's good, bro.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, all the allegations. Are you attracted to men or women?
It depends on my mood, my vibe.
Is it true that you've had sexual relations with Meek Mill?
I can't tell you that.
Meek Mill has finally stepped out of the shadows, breaking his silence and confronting a chapter of his life he's kept buried for far too long. Now that his name has surfaced amid the chaos surrounding Diddy's explosive lawsuit, Meek's words strike with both caution and conviction, painting a picture of manipulation, betrayal, and emotional scars that run deep. Though he stops short of naming names or making direct accusations, his tone leaves little doubt that something dark and unsettling was at play. The timing of his revelation couldn't be more charged, adding fuel to an already blazing firestorm of public intrigue and speculation. Fans, critics, and insiders alike are now left questioning what really happened behind those guarded walls and whether Meek's truth could be the missing piece that changes everything.
One of the big topics coming out of this week was a producer that worked with Diddy named Lil Rod did a lawsuit, and in that lawsuit he alleged a lot of things, one of which is that he was slipped one of the famous drinks that Diddy does, and then he woke up feeling like something had happened to him during the night. I can't say the word on YouTube, but people know what I'm talking about. And he also alleged that Meek Mill and Diddy had a relationship, a sexual relationship. I wanted to see if you had read any of this, or if you had any reaction to people actually coming out now and saying that Diddy does stuff with men, that's not just the Cassies and the escorts and whatnot.
Well, yeah, you know, I love y'all when y'all act like this on YouTube, like y'all haven't been hearing Reggie Wright speak on this stuff. I told y'all, I said real soon it's gonna start coming out about men, because Puffy is not paying for male escorts, ordering up male escorts if he's not doing it for his enjoyment. You only order up female escorts and other females if you get down like that. You don't be ordering up no male unless you want that male with you. So for all the others acting shocked and surprised, I said somebody's gonna come out and expose him real soon. And of course, that's what's happening. It's unfortunate that stuff like that happened to people. I know y'all believe in that Illuminati stuff. I don't believe in Illuminati. I'm gonna tell y'all up front. And y'all say now because the powers in the be is not protecting Puffy is the reason that these people are coming out and suing them. No, that ain't why. Because now once you pay out people, and that's why when he paid out that judgment, the next day I told him that was bad. Because when attorneys would take on cases and say, hey, this dude paying out this quick, he'll pay us $1 million right quick, or $300,000, whatever, if he wants stuff to go away. And you know, I'm sure those insurance companies that he has that mainly y'all don't know is the one that be paying those things out. I try to educate y'all on is usually your company insurance companies that pay them out and make the decisions when you have the business insurance, or the businesses you have the different type of insurance that make you pay out the things. Because by the time you have all of the different lawyers and stuff involved, it's just as quick to settle a case. So that's unfortunately is what's happening to Puffy. Everybody's gonna come out of the woodworks suing him. I'm not trying to say that he don't deserve any of these lawsuits. I don't believe about Meek Mills. I'm a Meek Mill fan. I don't know what happened. I noticed when he talked about it though, Meek Mills didn't deny it. Like I said, I don't want to believe that that is true, but I am one of those like y'all when don't say you motherfucking crazy, I ain't never did no like that. Then it's usually some smoke with that fire. And so I'm not up here saying Meek Mills was involved in that thing. I'm not saying Usher. Yeah, you know, or Justin Bieber and all of them. Puffy gonna turn out to be our modern day. Oh, y'all about to get mad. He gonna be our modern day Michael Jackson is what Puffy turning out to be, in my opinion. That's my opinion only. I know black folks get mad when we say Michael was doing that stuff, but I believe Michael like doing things with little boys as well. That was my opinion. Y'all asked me how I know. I know an alleged victim that was around us. He's a very, very good friend with Ray J today. But anyway, man, it's hard for me to say whether this stuff is true or not. I'm not going to get up there and start debating it. But
that's only where the chaos truly begins. Meek Mill sent shockwaves through the industry once again, revealing that he was nearly killed in a car crash, a near-death experience he claims might not have been an accident at all. With tensions between him and Diddy already simmering, his revelation hinted at a darker, more calculated force working behind the scenes. As soon as the news broke, the internet went into overdrive. Fans, bloggers, and online investigators began connecting dots, uncovering eerie coincidences, and questioning whether Meek's close call was part of something far more sinister. Refusing to stay silent, Meek took to social media with raw emotion, openly voicing his doubts and suspicions in posts that sent his followers into a frenzy. What was once a feud has now exploded into a storm of controversy, one that has everyone wondering just how deep this story really goes.
I've been telling y'all, Puffy's been giving y'all all the signs that he's trying to come out of the closet. Hope he finally come out of the closet. It's obvious in 2024, we don't care. Society don't care no more. They done TV shows and all of that done brainwashed us to say it. Half of y'all, well, maybe 10% of y'all in the comment section take. And hey, that's just the era we live in. I have a problem with gang. Y'all say, well, why you care what a man doing and all that? Because that's one of the main reasons that God flooded the world and set the world on fire and did all the stuff that he did, because he was mad when he found out that men were down here having sex with animals and having sex with other men and stuff like that. That was the one thing that pissed off God. Y'all read your Bible, y'all learn. I know there's more to it than what I just explained, but that was the gist of what happened. So that's why I have a problem with homosexuality. But I know in 2024, I'm from an old school, where in the 80s and the 90s, people that were doing that were hiding it. And now y'all out with it. So, hey, that's on y'all. But my point to saying that is, Puff needed just to come on out with it, because the lawsuits and stuff is going to keep blackmailing him and threatening him, and they're trying to expose him with these things because they think that he's scared of these things coming out. And once you don't give a fuck and tell them, I don't care. Do what y'all got to do. These were adults. These weren't kids. Everybody that did something like that wanted it. It ain't too much that's going to be happening. The next thing that's going to be happening, and after this, is now you're going to start seeing some criminal investigations getting opened. And because when you get too much of this smoke, law enforcement generally gets involved. So that'll be the next thing that will be happening to Puffy, unfortunately, for his sake. Y'all know I'm one that believes if you ain't getting psychological help, getting some type of help, and you're a victim, you gotta come right away with me and tell it. Then you're a victim to me. But when you're talking about it and you haven't been getting some type of psychological help, Then you 10, 15 years later want to come talk about it? Y'all better not ever have me on no jury for no like that. Because I'm gonna be like, get the f out of here. Why didn't you bring it up when you happened? That's what's supposed to happen to victims and victims to me. Does the stuff come out immediately, not years later, not when you finally find an attorney to take the case because they find this open season and they seeing that you opening up the checkbook and stuff like that. And so that's what's happening to y'all boy Puff, P. Diddy, Brother Love and all of that. But don't act like y'all just starting to hear it, because I've been telling y'all the brother is a homosexual and he's fighting it, trying to hide it, and he needs to just come clean. Yeah, he'll be good. Y'all remember when I told y'all that deal on that last video? All of y'all need to apologize in the comment section too. When I told y'all that his deal wasn't, he still had that deal with Ciroc. And when I talked about it, everybody was like, oh, they already did away with him. And I told y'all, it ain't true. You can't just take stuff from, well, then y'all just see the article a couple of months later where they settled with him and they made a deal with him. I'll be trying to tell y'all stuff, but I love how y'all go listen to other motherfuckers on YouTube and all you YouTube attorneys. But when y'all want to hear stuff, know stuff, get it right, y'all know what to call. Bomb first. You get it first. That's why we bomb on.
Meek Mill isn't holding back or playing by the old rules anymore. He's done staying quiet, done letting others control the narrative. Standing tall with unwavering conviction, he's ready to defend his name and confront anyone bold enough to drag it through the mud. With a fire that feels personal and unfiltered, Meek is calling out powerful figures within the industry, convinced that there's a coordinated effort to smear his reputation and silence his truth. But this isn't just another round of celebrity drama for him. It's a fight for his honor, his legacy, and his sanity. Every word he speaks now carries purpose. Every move feels like part of a larger mission. And with that unshakable confidence fueling him, Meek Mill is making it crystal clear he won't back down, and the truth will be heard whether the industry likes it or not.
Because that was a big story. So a lot of his people that know him, a lot of the people that been in those parties and seen probably some unscrupulous shit that went down and was like, ooh, I was there. I hope they don't got me on tape. They feeling a certain way, so they're not gonna speak on nothing until they've been approached with something. You gotta realize, when Homeland Security get their evidence together, they're gonna send agents out. You understand? They might send an agent out to me. Yo, what do you know? What have you heard? What have you seen? What's been going on? You know what I'm saying? You know, did this happen when you was around him? Did this happen back in the day? That's what they're gonna wanna know. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna send investigators out. They're gonna send people out for anybody that they can get some information from to help their case. So those celebrities ain't gonna say nothing. You know, you got your man Stevie J speaking on it right now. He'll be one of the first dudes that they'll probably pull to the side and say, yo, well, you say that your man, I heard you on TMZ said that he never did this and he never did that, but ain't this you? If those pictures or those films or anything like that exists, you know what I'm saying? That's what they pay those agents to do. So, of course, I don't believe that none of the people who are his celebrity friends is going to speak or say nothing until they're either contacted or they know what they really got.
So you feel like they might be worried that they might be on tape at one of Diddy parties doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing?
I think that the celebrities that may be worried is because what Lil Rod said. Lil Rod said in his affidavit that Diddy had every room taped and bugged. Diddy had, yo, bro, can you imagine he had every room taped and bugged, and they found little bugs or little tape recorders, little those micro projectors or whatever like that, or video cameras. They found them in the house, bro. So by them having those things in the house, and people know there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's loose women, there's loose men, woman on woman, man on man, all kind of crazy shit. Bruh, they just wondering who or when they're gonna let this stuff be known. If it's on videotape.
Yeah, man, I know they gotta be shook, man, after finding out he was recording everything.
But not only celebrities, I don't think it's only celebrities gonna be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there. He also had a couple of preachers in there. Hallelujah. That's crazy.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rod could be trusted and his statements are true, they got him. They got tapes and stuff.
Meek Mill is finally ripping the mask off his past with Diddy, revealing a painful story of trust shattered and loyalty betrayed by someone he once looked up to as a mentor. No longer interested in protecting egos or preserving industry ties, Meek lays bare how he was pushed into uncomfortable, manipulative situations that left him feeling used, cornered, and disrespected. This time, there's no filter and no hesitation. He's speaking from a place of raw truth and hard-earned clarity. His words carry the weight of years spent hiding behind silence. And now that he's ready to talk, he's making sure nothing gets twisted. For Meek, this isn't about revenge or clout. It's about reclaiming his story and exposing the harsh reality behind the glittering facade of fame and false brotherhood that once blinded him.
And the Lil Rod lawsuit came out, and there's the gay allegations about Meek Mill as well as Usher, but Meek Mill was the one that got real upset. He said, "I'm not gay." Like everyone stop asking me if I'm gay. I'm not gay. And then you went in, and then he essentially threatened to kill you.
So essentially, what happened is, we've been, I do long live streams. I'm streaming for like 5-6 hours. Like, when these things are happening, we're not just giving quick takes. Like, I'm going, like, even today, I bought the Christian Combs document, like the entire lawsuit. We're reading it word for word. We want to see what's because a lot of times on these sites, I've always said, like, I kind of pride myself on trying to go the extra mile. A lot of people just go to, like, say, I don't know, Rolling Stones or Variety, and they see a summary of what's in the lawsuit, and they regurgitate it and even make it even smaller, and they put that out.
Yeah.
Well, I got time, and people want deep dives, no Diddy, and we got a lawsuit. So the Lil Rod lawsuit we got.
Yeah, I read through the whole thing,
and it didn't mention Meek by name, but there was a footnote.
A Philly rapper who used to date
the name
Nicki Minaj.
It was like a Jeopardy question.
Duh, who is that? There could only be one person on the planet. Unless there's a Philly rapper that also dated Nicki that no one knows about. It's obviously Meek Mill.
So essentially, I reacted to, like, I literally found out on stream, like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, no way Meek Mill was in these freak offs. Like, I know we've seen the video in the pool and the matching outfits, but no, Meek is like the toughest, biggest gangster. Like, he's like a killer. Like, no way he's like getting, bent over by Diddy, the diddler. So I reacted like, I'm not even believing it. That reaction went viral. And the next day, Meek, as I said, he's a special type of stupid, as 50 would say. He's seen me reacting to it and thought, I made it up. So he's like, yo, you know what I'm gonna do to academics when I catch him? Now, previously me and Meek had a truce.
But I remember, because I remember the last couple of times I brought his name, and you're like, hey, listen, me and Meek are cool right now. I don't want to take any shots at him.
We had a truce, but Meek and him being so dense and being so dumb, he actually thought that I made up the lawsuit. And by the way, even after he started threatening me, and I said, I didn't make it up. I said, just clear up whatever it is, but I didn't make it up. You know what he said? This is clearly AI generated. Like, I'm like, yo, Meek, Meek is so dumb he couldn't even spell AI. Like, how the hell you know this is AI generated? Bro, this is an actual lawsuit. I'm showing him, like, look, it's filed in federal court.
Right.
Nah, this
Here's
lies.
the PDF file.
Exactly. So
the PDF's AI.
Yeah, so he basically starts, he says, you know what, man? He's like, yo, he starts going like off the deep end. He hasn't even cleared up the rumors yet. Like, rather than saying, hey, this is lies, I'm gonna have my attorney, deal with any salacious lies spreading about me like a normal entertainer would. I am not gay or whatever the case is, or I've never been in any sexual situation with Diddy. He says, I'm gonna kill you academics, and what I'm gonna do is, he says, first things first, he says, someone send me academics address.
Like, he said, I'll die to shut you down.
Yeah, then he says, I'm going to die to do it. Then it was so ironic.
Which is crazy. Which is a crazy thing to say. Meek is cut it out. You're not gonna die to shut down academics. You're a multi-millionaire with a great career and kids. Cut it out.
Yeah,
grow up.
Meek literally then tweeted out a couple tweets after. He said, well, the governor just called me, and I was just like, this makes like, wait, you're planning a murder online and the governor calls you to talk you out of it? Like, also, the reason why him and the governor are in cahoots.
Meek Mill has finally opened up about the deep emotional toll his experiences with Diddy inflicted, revealing that he had to seek real help just to hold himself together. Speaking with raw honesty, he described how the constant pressure, isolation, and sense of being targeted nearly broke him, exposing the darker side of an industry that often rewards deception and manipulation instead of loyalty and truth. Behind the fame and success, Meek admits he was fighting silent battles that few ever saw, drained by the very system that was supposed to uplift him. His confession isn't about lawsuits, gossip, or headlines. It's about survival, healing, and the painful process of confronting wounds that fame can't hide. Now, Meek's mission is clear: to reclaim his peace, rebuild his strength, and make sure his voice, not his trauma, defines the next chapter of his story.
Oh my God, man, come on, man. Start with your interview. I'm sorry about that, brother, man. That's just, it's crazy to me, man. Man, leopard don't change his spots, and Diddy been doing this for a real long time, bro. He been doing this for a long time. And now another artist, this artist didn't wait 10 years. You know what I'm saying? He didn't wait 20 years. You understand? He waited a year or two after he stopped working with him and saw he didn't get what he was supposed to get. And he said, yo, listen here, man. I'm putting in my claims right now because I'm going to show everybody what really happened, what really went down. It's crazy. When I was reading it, I read the whole thing. Shout out to Keisha in Kansas City. She sent me the whole documentation, bro, and the whole court thing. And when I'm reading the stuff, it sound a lot of it sound familiar. You understand? And what I mean sound familiar, how he would get other girls and get girls to try to convince this guy, or put him in a sexual situation with other girls so he could do whatever he wanted to do with them. And it's just like the situation somewhat with Sarah and her girlfriend and him and Ja. You know what I'm saying? Bringing girls on to try to convince this other guy to be in a room with another naked man and all this other bullshit. Yo, it all sound familiar, man. I read the whole thing, man, and it was crazy.
And for the people that don't know what you're talking about, because the lawsuit is new, so some people still catching up with it. Lil Rod, he alleges that Young Miami cousin tried to have sex with him in front of Diddy.
Yeah, he went into the bathroom, and then she came into the bathroom and tried to throw herself on him. He didn't want to have nothing to do with her for whatever reason. And then when he came out the bathroom, she continued to try to do that and try to have sex wanted him to have sex in front of Diddy and the rest of the people that was in there. That's how they do, man. They try to use a girl that you might like, or you may think you might like, or they think you might like her or whatever, to convince you to lay down your guards with them. And he didn't.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And you're not surprised by none of this, because you said that Ja Rule, they did this to him, right?
No, remember, and people got it confused when I said that Ja and him was in the room with two girls, with Sarah and Sarah's girlfriend. You understand? He was trying to get Ja to go at Jay-Z. So what he did was try to get another girl, you understand, to do something with Ja. I guess, I don't know, they in the room together. So when they in that thing, I know what he was planning on doing, because I heard the conversation. I knew what was going on. He was trying to get at Ja, so if he had got Ja in any kind of uncompromising position, he could force Ja to go at Jay-Z.
Out of the 7 lawsuits already engulfing Diddy's empire, one has now zeroed in on Meek Mill, dragging his name directly into the storm and accusing him of misconduct tied to the troubled mogul. The allegations have amplified the intensity surrounding an already volatile saga, pushing the drama to new and dangerous heights. What was once Diddy's legal nightmare has now become Meek's as well, a tangled web of claims, secrets, and power plays unraveling in real time. And just when it seemed the situation couldn't possibly spiral any further, yet another lawsuit has emerged from the shadows, stacking pressure on both men and fanning the flames of an already raging legal inferno that shows no signs of burning out.